What's up, Acolyte Squad? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. And the word on the street is that Temuera Morrison is out there getting that work. So there was an article that came up on comicbook.com and a number of other sites that I've seen around the net today. But they're basically saying that Temuera Morrison is reportedly joining Star Wars, the Obi Wan Kenobi series. And that really shouldn't surprise us. I mean, Temuera Morrison played Jango Fett and now Boba Fett in The Mandalorian. Jango Fett was the template for the clone troopers. So it should be no surprise that he's going to be playing the clones who we're probably going to be seeing in flashbacks for this Obi Wan Kenobi series. So let's dive into the article over here on comicbook.com. This is by J.K. Schmidt. Looks like it was posted last night or yesterday, or I don't even know what day it is now. Well, it's the 15th. So this was posted on the 13th. But anyway, so it says Star Wars fans have been celebrating the return of actor Temuera Morrison, who's taken over the role of Boba Fett in season 2 of The Mandalorian. Now it sounds like he could be joining the Obi Wan Kenobi series. Morrison first joined the franchise as Jango Fett in the Clone Troopers in Star Wars Attack of the Clones, then re-recording Boba Fett's dialogue in one of George Lucas' revisions of the original trilogy. Aside from taking on the live-action mantle of Boba, it looks like Morrison will continue to take on an expanding role if this rumor is to be believed. So this isn't official yet. It says, according to a rumor from Kessel Run Transmissions, is that Noah and Corey's thing? Because let's look and see, because, I mean, yeah, it is. I don't know about this one. I'm not saying that they haven't, they've been the first to break some other stuff, but just kind of the childish behavior that I've seen from those two, I really don't give a shit what they have to say about anything. But let's get through this, and if somebody runs and tells them Prince is talking shit about you guys, I really don't care. Tell them to go look at my review of was it the Frog Lady episode of The Mandalorian? Yeah, where I personally had a response to Noah calling it filler. I mean, it's great that they have this podcast where they're getting information and putting it out before anyone else or whoever their inside source is. Hey, man, that's awesome. But just, it is what it is. If they got leaks, hey, man, that's news. But whatever else they have to say about Star Wars at this point, I really don't want to hear it. It's like I said, they're too young to have a conversation with me on Star Wars. It's just the way it is, right? I'm like, you guys go to school or read a book, learn how to evaluate a story, understand a story, break down a story, and then I might care what you have to say regarding anything outside of some news that you've heard, right? But anyway, it says naturally he's not going to be playing Fett because Boba was too young, was a child during the Clone Wars. So, and what's his name, Daniel, he wanted to play Boba Fett, but it's like, well, Boba is grown up. Daniel, the kid that actually played Boba, and I think he voiced him too in the animated shows. But he's been hanging out Ray Park, Darth Maul, and he'd been making a big push to be adult Boba Fett. But it's like, yo, dog, you don't really look like Temuera Morrison. Your character's grown up, and maybe one day, but not today, not anytime soon. All right, but so it says Morrison's character, Commander Cody, is probably his most recognizable role in the Star Wars galaxy other than Jango Fett, though that's mostly due to the character's prominence in the Clone Wars. And given that Lucasfilm is eager to continue to mine those stories for new live-action appearances on shows like Star Wars and Mandalorian, it makes sense that they bring back Morrison to pull double duty in the Obi Wan Kenobi series. Now, this goes on to talk about Commander Cody, and I'm like, okay, Commander Cody, the time has come. Commander Cody, execute Order 66. But who spent the most time with him? It was Rex, right? So, like, they do mention Morrison could also be playing Captain Rex, though it seems less likely considering his relationship with Ahsoka during the events of Star Wars. Why would it seem less likely? Like, if they're having flashbacks, right? This is assuming that this is the present, right? Now, it could be that Commander Cody is part of the 501st, Vader's fist, right? And that, Anakin is doing stuff as Darth Vader in the suit, which means that there's Darth Vader in the present. But they're also talking like, we're going to see Hayden. We're going to see Anakin Skywalker. So the only way to do that is if it's a flashback or some kind of confrontation that they have through the Force, right? The series is talking about there's going to be a rematch between Anakin and Obi Wan, right? Is that a rematch? Is that a first match between Vader and Obi Wan, or a rematch between Anakin and Obi Wan? How do you do that? Right? Either they're doing some kind of thing through the Force, or like they're doing, what is it called? Like where Luke projected himself, or something like that. But they're fighting, but they're not really fighting. But it's like, oh, well, Vader knows that Obi-Wan is somewhere out there. I can't remember if they addressed that in Star Wars Rebels, because like I said, I've always been under the assumption that Vader and Obi-Wan never see each other again until A New Hope, right? But maybe, there's an open-ended thing, right? Vader's like, oh, I sense a presence that I have not felt since, and he doesn't really continue that statement, right? It's open-ended, meaning maybe they cross paths, but they didn't really. So this is what I'm thinking, right? Obi-Wan is meditating, training with Qui-Gon through whatever way. I'm really waiting to hear if Liam Neeson is going to be part of this, right? Because that'll be a big indicator. Yo, man, like this is old Ben Kenobi, and he's training, and he's seeing these Force visions and things of his past, and having to confront these alternate possibilities and fears and stuff that like Yoda experienced on his trials, right? But instead of physically leaving Tatooine, right, he's experiencing all through the Force, right? And maybe some way, shape, or form, Vader comes to Tatooine, right? Because George Lucas, his wishes were that Obi-Wan never leaves Tatooine. He stays there looking for Luke. And now they're coming in. Sorry, I smashed a workout and a shower before this, but my body's still like, it's still like, like burning. That in Bangkok is humid. Like it's humid here. It wasn't this humid when we lived on the beach, but man, Bangkok is hot and humid. I like sweat all the time. So y'all are going to have to get used to me sweating. So I remember back in the day, some people got like grossed out because I was sweating in a video, and I was like, yo, man, I'm filming in my attic. It's hot. Like I sweat, right? And I work out a lot. I like that stuff. I'm a personal trainer and I do martial arts. So sweat is like, that's just, you have to get used to it, right? So, as long as I'm here, I got a fan that's coming, right? But even that fan, it might just blow the sweat this way, or maybe y'all just won't see it as much, right? I won't be wiping as much, but I'm like really sweating. I'm gonna have to take another shower after this. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying is that, I would like to see a situation where, for whatever reason, maybe there's a tremor in the Force. Darth Vader personally goes to Tatooine and investigate. Maybe maybe the Inquisitors come out there and there's another Force sensitive person doing stuff there on Tatooine, but Obi-Wan is like, yo, I'm here. Luke is here. What's going on? What's the deal? And it's like, is he going to cross paths with Vader? Are they going to cross paths? And it's like they really can't, because then Vader's going to be like, why is Obi-Wan here? And he's going to be aggressively looking for him. So it's like, because some kind of way Obi-Wan knew about Vader, right? He's more man than machine. which he either heard about him or he had actually seen him, right? So this could answer that question of how did Obi-Wan know about what Anakin became? How did he know about Vader? Who'd he been in contact with? Was Bail Organa feeding him all this information? They're on Tatooine. Were they still in contact? There's a lot that they could do, but like I said, when we first heard about this in 2017, I think, and I was in, Stephen Daldry was attached to it, and I was like, yo, man, they do old Ben Kenobi. He's the sheriff. He's the lawman in the Wild Wild West. He's got to figure out how to solve problems without using his lightsaber. He can use the Force, but he can't just outright use the Force because people are going to be like, oh, that's a Jedi. Let's call the Hutts. Let's call the Empire. Let's call somebody because that's a Jedi, right? We can't have, he can't be running around swinging a lightsaber out in the open and Force pushing people and everything else. Right, he's got to be very coy, and maybe, when he gets alone out in the dunes, see where nobody can see, right? Then it's like, all right, I'm getting ready to let loose, like he did on Maul, but he's got to do it quickly, like he did on Maul, right? But I don't know. I'm really like, I want to see this series. I'm having more Obi-Wan, Hayden Christensen returning. He can potentially redeem, there's a big redemption thing going on with these Disney Plus shows. He can redeem, the live action Anakin Skywalker because Matt, what was his name? Matt Lantern, voiced Anakin in the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars did a lot as far as redeeming Anakin, and then apparently season 7 did a lot to make Anakin not look so stupid when he finally fell to the dark side in Revenge of the Sith. Because like I said, Revenge of the Sith was my least favorite movie in the saga because I just felt like Anakin was a dumbass, right? And then reading the prequel novels, specifically Revenge of the Sith, that slowly redeemed things, and then it made me feel like, okay, George Lucas, I read somewhere or heard that George Lucas wanted to make this like a 3-hour movie, and everything in this book, yeah, it needed to have been longer, right? Anakin was dealing with a lot of stuff that I'm not going to blame it on Hayden Christensen's acting, because the actor can only follow a director. The actor can only follow the script that they're given, right? But the script was not as rich as the book, right? You didn't get the sense that Anakin was jealous and concerned that maybe Obi-Wan was trying to put the moves on Padme, on his wife, right? That was a thing. Anakin not being trusted by the Jedi and struggling with that. And then Anakin, he wasn't a hero. He was not a hero. Not if you read that book. It's like literally, like George Lucas recreated, Satan and Jesus going up on high. And it's like, yo, man, if you jump, the angels are going to save you. All you have to do is, bend the knee to me. I'll give you all of this, right? Everything that you can see, that the eye can see will be yours. I will give it to you. Palpatine did the same thing. He's like, look, man, I know what you did. I know you smashed Padme. I know the dealio, dog. Your lightsaber ain't, you got a dirty lightsaber, man. You've been raw dogging the senator. This is what I can do for you. You're not the chosen one. You're chosen by me. That's what makes you the chosen one. Everybody's been lying to you, homeboy. Bend the knee to me. Become my apprentice. Let me teach you the things the Jedi can't. I give you anything you want, right? I'm the most powerful. You think Yoda's powerful. You think the Jedi are powerful? Boy, you don't even know the depths of the dark side of the Force, homeboy. I'm more powerful than all of your masters and you. I'm the chosen one, not you. I give you anything you want. You want a planet? I give you a planet. You and Padme can raise your kids on a planet. Just bend the knee to me. Be my apprentice, right? literally, I'm not making this up. Like, yeah, I exaggerated with the words, but that's literally what Palpatine said. He was like, "You're not the chosen one. You're chosen by me." Right? So forget all this shit you heard your whole life. It's not true. It's the Jedi have been lying to you. Right? Bend your knee, become my apprentice. I'll give you anything you want. And Anakin's like, anything? He's like, anything. Right? Jay-Z and Eminem. anything, right? I'm a renegade, right? He wanted Anakin to become a renegade. Right? So that redeemed that story for me. But this, forget what they're saying. If Temuera Morrison's going to be part of this, Commander Cody, Captain Rex, all the clone troopers, yo, man, he'll be the hardest working person on there. I want to see flashbacks to the Clone Wars, Obi Wan remembering the good times. I don't know if Rosario Dawson can also play a young Ahsoka Tano, or they'll have to find somebody else. If they go that route, I really can't see how you leave out Ahsoka, but yo, man, they'll figure out some kind of way to do it. It'd be cool to have a young Ahsoka and then have Ashley come back and voice the young Ahsoka Tano during the Clone Wars snips. And we see Obi-Wan, Anakin, Ahsoka, and Captain Rex live action just like we did in the animated Clone Wars, right? They're really doing this big push to do stuff for the fans on these Disney Plus shows. So that would be something dope that I would really enjoy seeing that. And I know I'm not the only one who would enjoy seeing that. But like I said, we also could be dealing with clone troopers who are still part of, Vader's Fist, the 501st Legion, who aren't too old, who haven't been completely retired, or maybe I know they went on to become instructors and stuff at the different Imperial academies, especially like the high ranking clone troopers. The rest of them are just retired. Like, all right, we don't need you anymore. Beat it. You've got that accelerated aging thing anyway, so you're not going to be around too much longer. Not fighting fit, but who knows? Anyway, if once I got to this and I was like, oh, this is a rumor. Now I don't really know how I feel, but it did give me a chance to rap with you guys about things that I would like to see in this Obi-Wan series. But like I said, I really hope it's not, oh, this is Obi-Wan's big adventure. Oh, and he's going to leave Tatooine and nobody's there to look after Luke. And, I know I've listened to podcasts in the past where they talked about this and they were like, well, maybe if there's a big enough thing in the Force and he feels that it's his obligation and his duty that he must go, then he would leave Tatooine. But I'm like, but it's like he's got this important mission already, right? That he believes Luke is the chosen one and he's got to look after him. And on top of that, he's training to become an immortal, in the Force. What's bigger than that, right? I know there's a whole idea that, it's being selfless, putting everything else ahead of your own wants and needs. But bro, you believe that you're looking after the chosen one. To me, if I'm looking at the Obi-Wan Kenobi character, I can't see anything bigger than that. It's like, man, I really feel like wish I could help, but this right here is the most important mission. There's nothing more important than this. And I don't know. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you think differently. And if you do, I'd like to hear it in the comments below. So let me know how you feel about this, and I'll be checking back to see what you have to say. And I think that's all I got for this one. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you always.